Boy was released, becoming an instant classic and etching its place in Australian cinema history. Based on Colin Teeley's novel of the same name, it beautifully captured a remarkable friendship between a young boy and a pelican.
Dad's come back! Mr. Percival's come back!
One of the great Aussie movies, grossing close to $3 million in Australia alone, which is equivalent to over $14 million today. Storm Boy won Best Film at the 1977 Australian Film Institute Awards and was sold to more than 100 countries, helping launch the careers of Indigenous actor David Gulpilil.
Proper #1 tucker, this.
Got him by the river mouth.
Why don't you stay? Help me eat.
And now, 4 decades on, the timeless story is getting a modern makeover, with Oscar winner Geoffrey Rush and COURTNEY at the helm, shooting on home soil from next month. And the original star of Storm Boy, Rowe, joins us live from Toronto, Canada, all grown up. Welcome to the show. How did this happen, Greg, in the first place? How did you land the role of the little boy in Storm Boy?
Well, it was quite by chance. My sister and I entered a modelling competition in a department store in Adelaide, and I actually came second. And one of the prizes I got was a TV acting course at one of the local modelling agencies. So I did that. And then after that, basically, there was an audition for a movie, and they sent me along and said, why don't you try out for it? And so I did, and it was Storm Boy. So.
Did your sister ever forgive you?
I was at the right place at the right time. What's that, sorry?
Did your sister ever forgive you?
I think she did.
Did you realise back then that you were sort of part of something special, or were you just a young kid on a fantastic ride?
Honestly, at the time, it was a young kid on a fantastic ride. I mean, the film was... a lot of the studio stuff was done 10 minutes from where my mum's house is. So it all felt very, you know, kind of local and, you know, fun and an adventure. But at the time, I mean, it was really the first thing I'd done. And I had no idea what was going to happen, so...
You developed quite a strong bond with David Gulpilil, who played Fingerbone Bill. Tell us about that.
I did, actually. I mean, Gulpilil was incredible. The first time I met him was before we did the shoot, and I mean, he just came up to me, he embraced me, and he said, I want you to call me Gulma, which means brother in his native language. And so we, right from the get-go, we just, you know, we got along just fantastically, and he was wonderful. He was very helpful. I mean, incredibly talented, charismatic, just really an icon of Australian entertainment. Anyway, he was so generous to me the whole time, and just made me feel relaxed and really welcome, and you know, passed on things to me. It was just fantastic.
What a great man to call a friend. Now, there was a dolphin trainer on set trying to keep the pelicans in line, which makes perfect sense, because dolphins and pelicans, they're kind of the same. But anyone who's ever tried to feed a pelican some fish or chips on the beach or something, they're big and scary, those things.
They sure are. I remember the first time I met them was actually in a swimming pool in Adelaide, and I mean, I was small. I'm still small, but I was a very small kid, and they were probably about the same size as me, and I was a little bit intimidated. But like anything, you know, you just get used to it, and then once you're confident, they were very used to being handled by people. It was just one of those things you got used to, and then after a while, you didn't think twice about it.
Now we have to talk about this remake. A remake of Storm Boy is in the works. Geoffrey Rush, no less. COURTNEY, huge names. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, it's to have played the same part that Geoffrey Rush is going to play is a feather in my cap. I mean, he's, you know, he's one of the great actors in the world at the moment, and COURTNEY is, you know, is an international, you know, superstar. So, you know, I think it's fantastic. You know, I was lucky enough to be involved in one version of the story of Colin Teeley's fantastic book.
Yeah.
And so this is, you know, this is going to be a retelling of it, and I think it's incredible.
Greg, you walked away from the business. You could have stuck around. You could have been on Dancing with the Stars. You could have been in Home and Away. But you've gone. You ran away. You went to Toronto. What's life like there in Canada? What are you doing?
Look, I love it here. I really do. I mean, obviously, I miss Australia. My family all still live there, and I still go back, you know, every couple of years to visit my family and see them. But I'm now here. I've been in Toronto for 26 years.
Gee.
And it's a fantastic city. Canada's a great country.
Yeah.
My kids were born here. My wife was born and raised in Toronto, so, you know, I do love it here. But yeah, what am I doing now? I'm actually a squash coach.
Oh,
Fantastic. As in squash the game.
Squash.
The squash
As
the
in
game.
not the fruit. Hey,
Squash
listen,
the game, that's
what an
right.
interesting transition. Lovely to talk to you. We're so glad we found you over there in Toronto. Great to catch up. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, great catch up.
Stormboy Vision was courtesy of the National Film and Sound Archive, the South Australian Film Corporation and the Australian Film, Television and Radio School. To see more, just head to our website. I'm going to look that movie up and have another look at it. It was a beauty. Coming up for you, George Clooney has the Midas touch. We know that already. We reveal how the actor turned alcohol into a lazy $1 billion.
Startling new research shows that Aussies are missing out on $8 billion in savings every year. Now, that seems like a lot of money that we could all be spending. Today, we have Emily here from Credit Simple to tell us more. Hi, Emily. Welcome to the morning show.
Thanks, Jamie.
OK, so what's the story, Emily? Why are we missing out on so much in savings?
Well, statistics show that 1 in 2 Aussies don't know how to use their credit scores to